In terms of life is short and people can change. Yeah, people can change. I definitely agree with that. I feel like I've changed a lot. I feel like the bulk of the problem in my life has been me feeling too insecure to be myself. And so I tried to like be a chameleon and camouflage to my environments. And Face Connect was like my opportunity, like as a blank slate. Is like I could do whatever I wanted. And I made a lot of mistakes in doing that. But even though I had to rough out the edges of my true personality, being true to myself, I'm glad I was able to do so. I'm glad I had that opportunity. Being a chameleon is a skill, but try to be yourself. I've never been good at being a chameleon. I just ended up being angry at myself for... How do I explain it? Like, it's just like a state of constant discontentment. And you live with like this cognitive dissonance of like what you want, like the person you want to be, and the things that you want to say, and the things that you should say, and the things that you're supposed to say. And you try to say the things that you're supposed to say. And people, well, and then when you say the things you're supposed to say, and the standards have changed or whatever the fuck, or well, there's new standards and you're just not hip to them or whatever the fuck, you know, it's like you try to keep up with the crowds with shit and force yourself to be this person, but you're just not that person, and it makes you angry and bitter and miserable. It's hard to force yourself all the time. It wasn't even like I had to force myself, right? It was like it just became like this natural like self-defense mechanism where it's like I'm around this, so I have to be like this. And I have to fit in, and I have to do this, and I have to do that. The mob is never happy. Yeah, the mob is never happy. The mob is never happy. And when you base your entire personality around trying to please the mob and trying to get by in life without making anybody unhappy, or only making the people that you're allowed to make unhappy, you end up just making yourself unhappy. And it's just a waste of time. It's just a waste of time. If there's like there'll be growing pains when you're yourself, you know? When you finally get the chance to be yourself, there will be growing pains with that because you don't quite know who you are. But in allowing yourself to be who you are and discover who you are, you'll build that skill. And the more you build it, the happier you'll be. Sometimes I think that to the lawyers, I'm the mob and I am happy. Deep, bunny. It's not deep. It's all common stuff that gets taught, and it's just hard to internalize it because people tell you to be yourself, but then those same people that tell you that will turn around and punish you for it. Especially, like this is gonna sound cringe, but especially if you have mental illness. People are so quick. If you have any sort of disability, any sort of anything that others you from the set in the box list of personalities and opinions and whatever that you're allowed to have, that you're supposed to have, you're punished for it. And I used to get so angry at this because I didn't understand why. And now I understand. Now I understand that the whole idea is you're only supposed to have like specific opinions and personalities. And a lot of these people, they don't actually care what they're saying. Like the big thing that used to bother me was like depression. Right? Like that was always at the forefront of my mind because it was like what was impacting me the most heavily. Is people like there are real symptoms to depression that are not just, oh, I feel sad, and verbalizing, oh, I feel sad. A lot of depression it's a lot of like self-isolation. It's irritability. You're not taking care of yourself, so you end up smelling gross, or you have bad hygiene. You have a mental fog. You have bad memory. There's a lot of shit that goes into it. But you're not actually allowed to have those symptoms in general society, right? And on the internet, you're not allowed to have those symptoms. And the internet is basically where I lived, you know? So like in MMOs where it's more like small niche communities, it wasn't as bad, right? Because like you have your group and you have your guild and you're stuck with each other basically, and you can kind of get over each other's faults, you know? Because it's a small group and there's not much incentive to throw each other under the bus for clout or whatever the fuck, you know? But when you go on like Twitter, that's the entire purpose of Twitter for a lot of people. Or the lot of purpose of social media. I would say my first real experience with this was more on Facebook because I didn't start using Twitter until more recently. But social media, you have these big group environments, you're most likely going to encounter people that are going to find any reason to throw you under the bus because that gets them like social brownie points. Because a lot of the big part of social media is like roasting people. And I'm not gonna be like, I would never do that, I'm so nice. No, I just made fun of Mr. Beast's chocolate bars and Hershey chocolate. I was like, they both taste like shit. That's me. throwing Mr. Beast's chocolate and Hershey chocolate under the bus. Like, two things nobody really fucking cares about. But people will weaponize these mental illness symptoms, right, against you. And like the big thing online is like, oh, well, you know, like mental health is real health. Don't make fun of people with disabilities. Be understanding of people. Blah blah. You Twitter activists. And I understand. I fully stand by. You know, like you can't use something like you can't use like a disability or a mental illness as like a justification for your actions or whatever, or an excuse, right? Like you don't get to be a dick to somebody and then be like, ah, well, my mental illness made me do it. You still, yeah, you can't use it as a shield. It's not a free pass, but it's also like whether people like to admit it or not. Like that's how things happen sometimes. Is you know, like people drag you like, oh, being irritable or not communicating properly or whatever, and it's like, yeah, because like everybody's dealing with shit, but like it's a symptom of my mental illness. All right, like you don't get to fucking throw me under the bus for being irritable or whatever the fuck, and then go on Twitter and be like, oh, mental health, blah blah blah. Oh my god, you used the word depresso espresso. Oh my god, ableist. You know, it's like this is just, yeah, the most hateful, intolerant people are the ones preaching love and tolerance. Exactly. It's just like there's no patience or actual care or concern for, but you don't have to care about strangers, all right? But again, to like weaponize people's symptoms against them for social media clout, shit like that. This is like another thing you often see is people like not being able to like pick up on sarcasm, right? Or like having like a very atypical manner of writing or speech. You know, usually with people with autism, Twitter will use it as like, oh, they start the fucking tone policing, man. It's the, well, you should have worded this differently. Or, well, I meant it this way. It's your fault for interpreting it this other way. Or whatever. It's like, you don't have to make everything fucking aggressive, you know? Like, not everybody's attacking you. Like, I became so self-conscious about this. I'm still self-conscious about this. Where it's like being super paranoid about like what kind of fucking emojis that I use. Or like deliberately like not capitalizing the first letter of a sentence. So that way it doesn't come off as aggressive or whatever the fuck. Because it's like these things, you know, if you write a sentence like lowercase, I am so happy, people will be like, oh, hold on, let me write these out. Okay, here. Okay, I am so happy. Okay, this reads as sarcasm. To a lot of people. Or I am so happy. Sarcasm. I am so happy. Appropriate. Ideal. Because that's the way everybody on fucking Twitter communicates. And so that's the way they expect you to write. And if you don't write like that, then like, now, appropriate for now. Or like, this one kind of gives me vibes that it's like, oh wait, you guys can't even see it. Sorry. This one is like, I lost my train of thought. I need to take a sip. That's how I think until Pippa, you're overthinking things. Yeah, I do overthink things. And it's because I would get so much shit. I would get fucking tone police so hard over stupid shit. Or like, I would give my opinion on something. And somebody pops in and they gotta make it fucking about race. Bro, I said I like electric fences. People will be like, oh my god. You'll be on fucking social media. You'll be like, yeah, I like electric fences. I think that's a right that you should have to have an electric fence on your property. Somebody else comes in. This is a real conversation, by the way. Oh, typical white person thinking. All about, I don't think they worded it exactly like this. They did bring race into it. They were making it about race and they were getting really angry about me. Really angry at me. This was not on Twitter. This was on Facebook. They're getting really pissed off because I was agreeing with somebody else about having electric fence. And they're like, oh, so you want people that aren't the same race as you to be electrocuted. It's like, what? What? Where the fuck did you get that from? And then I try arguing, right? I'm like, no, what are you talking about? What are you saying? And then the mods come in and the mods get mad at me because I'm not respecting their point of view. This person's calling me like all kinds things are shit! But I said the wrong thing. Bruh. Then just fuck off. Just fuck off. Fuck off. Fuck off. I had that exact conversation too, but not on Facebook. Man, I don't know. Also, by the way, electric fences don't electrocute you. I tried pointing that out. But I guess that's the whole thing. Oh, fucking bringing the dictionary into semantics, blah, blah. Yeah, semantics. We're having a fucking conversation. About the ethicality of electric fences. And you said that I want people to be electrocuted. You fucking moron. You don't know what electrocute means. You literally do not know what electrocute means. I hate people. Spider thing with dollars. Electric fence, derogatory. Kuchokage thing come baby. The internet is chronically online people. They disagree with everything and hate everything for a living. Yeah. And if you don't know exactly how to play the social game, you're fucked. Bahamut thing with dollars. I have those conversations once a week on Twitter. Dragonus was in mod chat. Oh my god, it's already midnight 30. That's pretty funny though. It's not. Yeah. Shock! Not electrocute! You get a little shock from an electric fence. I know you fucking city slickers have never encountered an electric fence before, but you should at least know what the fucking word electrocute means. You fancy academics! Lucy, thing with $10. Being ADHD, I've seen all sides of this. Nobody cares unless it's for brownie points or to tell you that you're out of line for behavior they don't actually know anything about. It's annoying. Exactly! Lucy! Exactly! I'm sorry I don't have mental illness in the right way! Blue hair girl from fucking, California? I'm sorry! DG dog didn't come to the Pippa, your first mistake was talking to a person that's chronically online. True. Berserk raising with a 373. I'm glad not only Phase helped you out, come out of your shell a little bit, but hopefully we've helped you sometimes as well, Pippa. Hell yeah. Sometimes you guys encourage parts of my personality that I don't like and I know are not good and I need to, like, chill out on. But in general, you guys have helped me a lot. And have definitely helped me feel more comfortable being who I am. Like the tangent that I just had. I quite think Nintendo just call their mama Lady of the Night and move on. True, I should just do that. But I don't know, it's human nature. Okay? You want to find your tribe. You want to find the people that you fit in with. You want to put faces to names. You want to have a group, you know, like you want to feel like you're part of society. But we live in a society. Schrodinger's penguin, thank you for the 230. I can relate. Ugly thing with the 689. Who is tone policing you, Pippa? Do these people matter? No, they do not matter. But I thought they mattered because I wanted to get along with society. Everybody, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to Low Effort Clips. That's right, Low Effort Clips, right here on YouTube.com. Yeah, and hit the notification bell. Yeah.